This is my favorite QUADECA song. Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music. No, we're not listening to Jason Derulo, actually. We are listening to SCRAPYARD. Now, QUADECA has cemented himself as someone to really pay attention to, but also already as a artist who has dropped a classic with their last album, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. This album basically turned QUADECA from an artist with potential with their previous project to create something grand and large into an artist who made an album that really feels distinct and fully realized. This album was amazing. That being said, following up an album like that is tough. It's really tough, and I can imagine the pressure might have gotten to Ben a little bit. As a result, QUADECA instead decided to make this Scrapyard series of songs that are more casual, loose in format, and release it amongst many months. So I've only heard one song from Scrapyard, and I actually really liked it. And I feel like this idea of a very loose format is probably going to work extremely well for QUADECA. Not everything has to be a large, grand, odyssey of an experience. I feel like Ben is more than allowed to make something like this, and I'm very excited to check this out. With that being said, I'm currently wearing 2 layers of pants, wondering why I'm sweating so much. So if you excuse me.
According to him, when the D's rushed in.
So yes, QUADECA, mostly known as that Hive Mind guy, all right, dropping an album, very excited, but it is actually technically a mixtape, so keep that in mind. Mixtape usually means a much looser format. Now, I believe that most of these songs were released before the release of this project. However, there are some new ones in here, but again, I haven't actually checked out most of the release songs of the Scrapyard series, as I knew that this mixtape was around the corner, likely to be released in February, and now it is here today. However, that being said, as exciting as this is, I gotta say it's being overshadowed by the fact that in 4 days, the final release of Balatro, the game, is coming out. And to be honest, that's definitely taken my attention away from this. So for that reason, we're actually going to skip this reaction entirely. Okay, so my PR has just informed me that it is probably a good idea to still react to this album, or mixtape, due to the fact that, hold on, let me see. There is potential that Ben will see it and want to collab with you, and you can borrow some of his clout, is what my note says right here. So for business purposes, we are going to continue with this reaction, but just know that I have absolutely no interest in this, and I expect this to be garbage. First song, Dustcutter. Bro, why are the lyrics so small? Hello? Is that a new Spotify update? So there is a level of incoherence to the overall vocal performance here, but there is such a variety with the delivery that, in my opinion, it builds a very unique aesthetic. That's right, we're using big words today. A very unique aesthetic, and overall actually works extremely well. Almost like a bit of a leftover from the previous album, in my opinion, stylistically. But it also kind of feels like it moves a next chapter forward, as it also feels more loose. Damn! I really just said all of that. Wow. Professional music critic. You know what it is? You know what it actually is? Yesterday, I filmed a video, a collaboration video with Anthony Fantano. That's right. It's real. It happened. It's going to be on his channel within the next, either today or tomorrow, okay? That's right. And I think that's it's caused me to have a bit of an ego, and it's changed my entire vocabulary. That's right. It's real, you guys. It actually happened. I was gonna say it's actually happening, but it actually happened. Isn't that crazy? I feel like you guys are gonna love this video. So mid probably. Man. Didn't Fantano get canceled for his Ye review, bro? If you get canceled by a bunch of idiots, I don't really think. I don't really consider you to be canceled. You know what I mean? I think you have to actually be canceled for doing something bad, not, going against an anti-Semite. All right, I'm just going to put it simply. I think that this is a fantastic opener, if you will. I know it's a mixtape, but it feels like an opener. It really does. It actually serves the purpose of an opener. It's beautiful, and again, there's something about it that feels extremely emotional due to how just purely incoherent it is. Yeah, so I love this. I think this is an amazing start for me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's great. It's an 8. Reminds me of something off of E by Echo 2K. Yes, there you go. See, that's the thing, is this is a great comparison. I love this Echo 2K album, and there is something very similarly mysterious and just very vibrantly aesthetic about that project. Echo 2K, also an artist, just like QUADECA, who has heavily inspired the Hive Mind scene, I'd say the live stream scene, to create what is simply the worst music imaginable. So, I believe that that is a great comparison. Tina's mad. My PR is angry at me for, you know, saying bad things about Hive Mind. I'm sorry, Riley. I'm sorry, Graydon. All right. Anyways, Dustcutter, great. Again, incoherent, emotional, a really strong track, in my opinion, and the aesthetic is powerful. Carte. This is the song that I did hear. And apparently, according to people, this is their least favorite on the album. And I actually really liked this song, so that's a bit of a surprise for me.
My favorite poem was the one I read to you, for the teleprompter on the tongue of my shoe. Take me all apart. You can have my tongue, just promise you'll take it a la carte. I don't usually care for the doom in the air, but it's feeling kind of overdue. Yeah, my favorite poems take me all apart.
Oh, the production on this is stellar, and on the last track too. I mean, this is so well produced immediately. Like, here's the thing. In my opinion, good production is supposed to bring out the vision. All right? It's supposed to tell the vision, if you will. Yes, I think that this is extremely effective. I think it sounds sweet, somewhat inconclusive and heartbroken as well. We made it. Oh, Brankins is so good on this. This is one of his best performances, period, and I feel like the production complements him so well to where it really does feel like two white boys, all right, going into their feels and their own creative journey over this track in a way that is complementary. It's fantastic. 5 to a 7 out of 10. I like it. Not that much, but pretty nice. Here's the thing. To make a song like this is extremely difficult because I hear, trust me, I've been in Hive Mind streams, okay? I know how many people try to do something like this on a daily basis at their streams, okay? And listening to the blueprint, it makes you wonder, man, yeah, it's, if music was like building a Lego set, you know, this would be the model and the guide. Yeah, I think this is amazing. I think that is better than when I first heard it because I actually appreciate just how solidly put together this is now more than I did then, as it was a very, you know, pretty vibe. But now I'm like, damn, wait a second. Yeah, the production is pretty stellar and otherworldly here. I also like the fact that there is a bit of hip-hop influence as well that I feel like is very tastefully integrated as a way of almost like a personality popping out. You know, and yeah, it really does feel like a paintbrush to a canvas with this track, and I love it. So I think it's great. Some people are like, I don't know about this one. No, this is great, dude. This is a great ass song. Solidly put together. Structure is wonderful. Amazing duet. Lyrics are genius, by the way. I'm a genius myself, so I don't need the lyrics, you know.
What did you say I was pretty? I wanna know what you mean. If I was really so pretty.
See, this to me, all right, is a singer-songwriter song that's given some maximalist elements in the right places to really just fill it out. You know, give it just a bit of distinction. Like immediately off the bat, I'm loving the lyrics. I feel like it's extremely emotional, but the additions to this don't actually distract or take away from that. This is amazing, but I do gotta ask the question, all right? Because yes, QUADECA did come from this camp of YouTube rappers and whatnot, and I feel like a lot of these YouTube rappers have kind of gone into their own lanes, if you will. So I do have to ask, and again, this is kind of a tough question, so I do apologize. Would you say Who has the better artistic progression? QUADECA or Dax? Take your time. They both collaborate on a song together, so I feel like it's fitting to ask. But who has a better... Dax? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Unfortunate, but yes, you know, entirely agree.
It's me, I know that it's been ways out of Mississippi. I could go out, but I really wouldn't know what to do whenever you want me to.
Pause. I know I keep pausing, but listen, these are very expensive headphones, okay? I dropped a heavy brick on these. And let me just tell you right now, for those listening on phone speakers, you're not getting the full experience, as this project so far is extremely detail-oriented, and it's amazing just how much love and care was put into making each of these really feel like they punch you as heavily as possible as they punch Ben emotionally.
Why didn't you say I was ready?
This is probably going to be one of the albums of this year that is actually factually incorrect. It is a mixtape, so you're wrong, okay? I know you threw a wide net with that as a joke, but you're actually incorrect. Questionnaire is real good at climactic builds, man. Questionnaire? Oh, you mean, yeah, Quonka Truck, yeah. Of course, yeah. Also, shout out Buffalo Staple. Buffalo Staple has their own YouTube channel. They're fantastic. They also make amazing beats. So when they say this has good progression, okay, have you heard some of Buffalo Staple's beats? Holy shit, they're crazy. I should show you one right now. If Dax made this kind of music, there would be car horns and cartoon sound effects all over the place. How is Quadonkey's new EP? We're 3 songs in, and it's great. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Buffalo Staple, the GOAT. I'll tell you what. I don't know where I stored the songs, but I'll play you one of the songs I made with one of his beats. Okay. And we're gonna interrupt this song to do so. Okay. Just pay attention to the beat. Okay.
I'm sorry, my dear, for all that I did. Yeah, I know it was wrong. Hey, I know you can never forgive. So I made you this song. Yeah, try to repair.
Hey,
all the powerful love.
Hey,
that we used to share. I said I'm sorry, my dear. Yeah, for all that I did. Yeah, I knew it was wrong. I know you can never forgive. So I made you this song. Yeah, try to repair all the powerful love. Yeah, that used to be there. Yeah, see, we were young. I thought that you didn't care. Yeah, when I murdered your son, I got him out of your hair.
It's facts.
Now I know it was wrong, but I couldn't see that. I was just doing my job. I cannot pretend like he didn't deserve it. I was just selling that crack, and he pulled up to my spot, and he just pointed and laughed. Yeah, I sold him some crack. You best know the business. He started a yap, and I could not leave a witness. But that's just who I am. See, I grew up in the trenches. I was surrounded by drugs. I was surrounded by henchmen. Yeah, he was only a kid, and I get it was wrong. So to
make you forgive, I give you this song. I said I'm sorry, my dear. Anyways, so yeah, that's Buffalo Staples production. Which, I mean, listening to this again is making me realize that maybe I should continue work on Your Son Is Done. Because, I mean, I got, like, I'm telling you, the beats that I got from Buffalo Staple are crazy good. Brad, I just got here. Can you restart the album? No, but I'll go back in this song a little. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of that ending, mostly because I already loved where this song was, and I feel like it was already just kind of holding on to that beauty, and I think it could have finished with a delicacy to it. I don't really think it needed to escalate, and in my opinion, it kind of soured the ending a little bit, but it doesn't change the fact that I actually do think that this is the best song so far. A song about pretty privilege, asking the question, what would I do if I was pretty? Because when you ask, you know, am I pretty, you know, I ask why, and there's something very sad and somber and very vulnerable about this that I think is incredibly impactful, very real, and honestly amazing. So yeah, I like that one a ton. But again, the song is like a butterfly, and at the end, it's like the butterfly turns into Godzilla. It's like, huh? It just kind of feels like a weird spot for me. But it's not bad or, well, you know, poorly done. It just changes things a little. Easier. I've been dealing with frat boys at work raving about that big titty bitches sample from Vultures all afternoon, so this is an amazing break. I'm so sorry.
I want you 'cause you're easier than nothing, babe. I want you 'cause you're easier than nothing. Show me a vision of her. Sense in a way. I want you 'cause you're easier than
Now the day bleeds into nightfall. It's a unique skill he has as a singer where it sounds like the more he shrivels and breaks his voice down, the more control he has over it. See, here's the thing. I see some people complaining that they're not used to the voice yet. I say complaining lightly. But for me, I feel like I have gotten used to what he does with his voice, and I was the same way when I heard it on I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. And I actually do feel like here there is a bit more control, even now, than he had there. So, yeah, I think that's a great way of putting it. I like the honesty of admitting that he doesn't want her because he's actually in love with her, but rather because he doesn't want to be lonely, which is a concept that's actually been done a lot. And I don't necessarily think this adds a ton to it, but I still think that it's very vulnerable. My one issue with the song, it's really the only one issue because I'm going to get it out of the way. Texturally, it stays very samey with the vocals, which I think kind of contrasts a little weirdly with the rest of the track, especially with how lush and beautiful the rest of the song is. So by the end of it, it does kind of just feel like... there is something very linear in this idea of something that's a bit more free. It could have been broken up a bit. There could have been something to expand it in the middle before it, came back to this linear sounded vocal. But again, these are just like my imagination going off on ways that it could expand a bit, because in its current state, it's amazing. Production, stellar. I love the vocals. I think the lyrics are really well put together. And yeah, personally, I really enjoyed the song, so it's good. Would you say this is on the same level as I Didn't Mean to Haunt You so far? I'm going to be honest with you. I might like this a little bit better. I think that this format actually works extremely well for QUADECA, and they sound really comfortable with it. And the time between each track and these segments coming together actually works super well. Yeah, this is amazing. This is really amazing. I'm seeing a very mixed reception, though, from people who I follow. Well, most people like this, but there are some people who are, like, not really understanding or getting this, and... maybe it's one of those instances where knowing the artist personally results in me being biased. But it also can't be that, because this is objectively great sounding music, So, I don't know. I've known plenty of artists where they show me their music and I'm like, this is good. Yeah, this is great.
Welcome aboard. Let me be the first to say congratulations. You've recently been hired by the McDonald's restaurant, one of the most successful restaurants in America. If you are watching this video, then it means you're already familiar with the phrase poop.
Poop?
Yes, poop. Presenting original unlistenable music.
Ah, poop!
That's right, Mr. SquarePants. We accept all kinds of new applicants. Take this goofy yellow figure, for example. He originally wanted to be a SoundCloud rapper.
Had to move away from people that miserable, don't wanna lick you, I ain't finna sit with you, ain't finna talk to you, ain't finna get with you.
Or take this squid, for example. He aspired to be an independent musician.
Oh my God!
As you see, McDonald's will accept you no matter what circumstances you came from. We are so happy to have you on board. And thank you for choosing McDonald's.
So yeah, in my opinion though, that doesn't apply to this. This is great. Even if I tried. Oh shit! It's a sequel to Beeman! Yeah. Well, homie,
shoot it down, I swear I won't miss. Then I really or barely exist. Yeah, I swear to God, if I knocked on that door, you would know who it is. Even if I lie, you would know who it is. Even if...
This project is fucking fantastic. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it up to this point. I feel like I enjoyed this, like, with an immediate sense more than I did. I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. I didn't mean to haunt you with its concepts and ideas eventually kind of grew on me with a full picture. But individual song quality from point to point, I feel like here right now is just absolutely stellar. It's just so good.
I'm convinced when it all comes crashing down, I can't resist. But I don't know who it is. Even if
My issue with this song is, I mean, with the maximalism and everything, it's literally just a ripoff of Swans, you know? But besides that, it's an okay song. First of all, Liam, thank you for the 1 year and the extremely kind message. This past year sucked, but slowly getting better. I appreciate the fact that I'm a part of your life, and hopefully I'm the reason it's getting better. Let's be honest, it probably is. Now, in my opinion, Even If I Tried is by far the messiest song. There are moments of it that are clearly by design, but I also feel like this emotional explosion, personally, compared to a lot of the other tracks here, doesn't really feel like it has as strong of a start or an end. And kind of leaves me a little bit both wanting more and wishing for a bit more clarity. So for me, listen, the song, if we're talking technicals, is a shrug. It's a shrug point in this album. But if we're talking literals, yeah, it's like a 7. I still enjoy the track. I still think there's some euphoric ideas here that actually do work very well, but it definitely seems like the messiest song so far. All right. Think you the Fantano? You ain't even the Brad. Ah! What's it to him?
color ceiling is like white on the shorts with the multicolored crease, and it's just like bit of truth. I said, oh, it's just to make so.
Bro, those headphones are the definition of cringe. Excuse me. Cringe. To have an inward feeling of acute embarrassment or awkwardness, causing, or to bend one's head or body in fear or in a servile manner. Now, listen. These headphones are the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever worn in my life. I'm able to stream for 20 hours straight listening to music because of these headphones. You know how you get like headphone fatigue or they'll start hurting your head? I could wear these things for 20 hours straight. Possibly more. Now, is that cringe? Actually, no. Those mezzies? Yes. Yes, they are. What's it to him, in my opinion, is, well, I can see a lot of people really enjoying this one, is the second track, in my opinion, that doesn't really do much for me, that is still pretty well made and carries the aesthetic. Now, in my opinion, once again, I'm going to say it is about a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. But in this album's extremely high standards, a shrug. I don't think the ideas are as strong here, but I also think there is still something that works about it. So, yeah. I agree, I hate it now. I mean, I still like it. I still enjoy it. I just feel like, again, it's just not as immediate or striking as I think it's trying to be. Next song, you don't know, get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Why you standing around? Make one faster move, I'll take you down. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. It's actually a cover of Ludacris. So apparently this is the song off of Scrapyard 1 that I didn't realize existed until the album, or actually until people let me know that I only reacted to one of the songs off of it. And yeah, it honestly sounds like one of the earlier tracks for this project. In my opinion, I feel like it is not as great or as grand as some of these other songs. I also feel like it's a bit more obviously insecure in its approach, kind of feeling like a kid in the corner, like, you don't know me like that, and you never will. I stay very mysterious. You don't understand me. At the same time, I feel like, there's a vibe to it and whatnot, but Naomi. I don't know why, but the reminded me of shout out Martin Luther King. He had a dream. What do you mean? Cool little transition. Again, for a mixtape, it's impressive. Now, in my opinion, this ending actually does so much to, I feel like, keep the song together. I love that outro. It kind of feels like a more subtle and unique way of approaching things rather than the, soft into a big explosive finish sort of, script that I've seen a million times at this point. This actually feels like a really cool and appropriate way of closing it off. And for that reason, it actually makes the full experience, despite how all over the place and absurd and kind of weirdly cryptic it is, actually feel like it has some weight to it. And for that reason, I actually enjoyed it by the end of it. Like an 8-. Still appreciate it. I make it look effortless. Okay?
I make it look effortless.
Bitch, I'm beaming.
And I'm too far gone. Don't wanna hear about what you are on. Make it look effortless.
I honestly think this is a great interlude that kind of brings this whole project back together as a halfway point. I think it works. I actually genuinely think this works really well for what it's achieving. So in my opinion, yeah, it might not stand as its own finished song, but yeah, as a piece of glue for the mixtape, it actually works really well. So I liked it. Next song, Way Too Many Friends. Bro, I've had that problem, all right? I've had the opposite problem.
Start calling my bluff if you wanna make a mess. Don't call you enough, not as much as I intend. I don't say it enough, but I think you in the end. Might delay a few events on the day, it just depends. I got way too many friends, I got way too many friends, I got way too many friends, I got way too many, I got way too many friends.
I hope this song isn't about me, I like to see me and Ben as friends, at least, close acquaintances, I hope he's not trying to cut me off, like, by text through this song, I know he hasn't really been responding to my messages, but there's no way, right, guys? Right? I mean, there's no way. It can't be about me, right? Nah, it's impossible.
I got way too many friends, I got way too many friends, I got way too many.
He's calling you a colleague. He don't know you, little bro. Guys, we've met in person, okay? Of course he remembers me. We did a video together. I mean, he knows my name, right? We sat next to each other in a video. Like, you would... Like, if you saw my face, you would know me, right? Maybe I'd have to remind him of my name, but he... He messaged you, Tina? Wait, he messaged Tina? But he didn't... I sent him a message, like, 2 months ago, and...
Stop calling my bluff if you wanna make a mess. Don't call you enough.
Okay, honestly though, real talk, all bullshit aside, this song actually does seem to be addressing social anxiety and the struggle to keep up with people due to the fact that there are so many people to keep up with, and it's hard to be able to keep up with people while also living your own life, and this thought that you're letting people down is crushing, and it's clearly addressed towards me and not responding to my message, and it's an apology. And for that reason, I like the song a lot, okay? I get it, And you know what? I'll tell you what. I actually understand this song so well that I'm going to extend the ultimatum of blocking your number from you don't respond within 1 week to you don't respond in 2 weeks. Just because you seem like such a nice guy, Next song, Guess Who? Quads, Are We Still Friends? It's more like Quads, Real Friends by Kanye, you know? Take some pictures, then I'm finished, then it's back to business. You know, I never asked you how old your daughter was. I never asked you how old your son is, you know?
We the best music. DJ Khaled.
The snake is long, 7 miles, feel its venom.
Guess who? Once they enter the vein, had to go through the back. Guess who? And in and out each city, didn't even unpack. One, here's the next clue. Looking so tall, next to all of those odds. Bet too. Shit, a hospitable place. Okay. I just walked in, now you caught in the act. Okay.
I like this. I like the beat on this. It reminds me of Get Up by Clipping. You mean this Get Up by Clipping? Are we talking about the same song here? This beat?
Game don't wait. Heavy, wait. Eyes heavy, but it's time to grind. Motherfucker can't be late.
The alarm clock, bro? It kind of does. Am I the only one who thinks that rapping over an alarm clock is kind of hard to compare to literally anything? Okay, now this is Beamin' 2. Okay, let's be honest. This is actually Beaming 2. This song is cool as shit, though. I like this one a ton. Deadass thought he said the N-word when he said meetings. What is with this? Why do we no longer have... Okay, I have an answer to this, but I'll still ask the question. Why do we no longer have trust that white rappers are not saying the N-word? Like, the answer is Adam Calhoun. But still, like, come on. Why can't I say it? Guess Who is a phenomenal track. I think it's a 9, but for the sake of it, I think it's the best song so far, and it's pretty close to it, so I'll just click the button anyways.
I'm feeling
It's insane how these are leftovers. They're not leftovers. That's the thing. This is not a leftover. This is a new idea, but in a scrambled package. Somebody said, "Hold up, I'm creaming," is a wild thing to say. I don't think QUADECA says that. Anyways, I think the song is amazing. The beat is wonderful. There is a proper level of distortion and a clean... I say a clean rawness. Jesus Christ. There was this one clip where QUADECA's like, to be a music critic, you gotta say it's like, it's something, but then the opposite. Like, it's clean, but a little bit raw. That's what I'm doing here. There's a mix between clean production and raw production, as I feel like QUADECA's vocals and whatnot kind of cut through almost like it's a freestyle. However, everything around him is just so chaotic. This is a point where him being the focal point is perfect. And I think this is actually one of his best songs I've heard, period. One of the most well executed, and yeah, that was amazing. I love that. I love that so much. Yo, Brad watches... No, I don't watch Hive Mind. No. Hey, Kate's here. What's up, Kate? I mean, I don't know who Kate is. Kate could have came from anywhere, you know. Kate just showed up, you know. I gave her mod. Doesn't mean that she came from Hive Mind, you know. It's crazy assumption right there, you guys. Under My Skin. Next song. Oh, no, man. Not this church garbage, bro. Come on. I'm pausing this boring song for this. Brad, I saw someone who looks exactly like you featured on multiple Hive Mind videos. I think you have a secret twin you don't know about, Bradley. I don't know anything about a secret twin. I don't know anything about no Hive Mind collaborations. I'm not affiliated with those guys. I heard that they're going through some serious drama right now. I'd like to stay out of it, okay? All right? Anyways. I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I do want to mention that there is something I want to bring to your guys' attention. One of my favorite Album of the Year accounts is this. This is why I think Album of the Year is better than Rate Your Music. This is White Man, aka another white man. He's got 2,000 followers. Okay? Now, you may be like, why should I listen to the white man? Well, because the white man, believe it or not, is very good at keeping it brief with his approval and disapproval, condemnation, if you will. These reviews, I feel like, are just very simple. AJR, I'm ready. It's easy to understand. It's white man tolerated. See this, it's good. Yeah, this is what album of the year is all about. This is yeah. This song. Anyway, sorry. I feel like I'm missing something.
If you find me under your skin again, maybe we could be friends. Maybe that'll make too much sense.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Under My Skin is a very interesting track here. While I feel like it's very different and sort of difficult to immediately adjust to, I feel like the final picture here is very chilling and sweet. And as a result, I like the song. Not one of my favorites, but I still think that it's very well done. And I say not one of my favorites, but I really do like the track, But that's just the level of quality that I feel like I've come to expect so far with this project. You're beautiful. Brad isn't gonna like how unpolished this is. What, this song we just listened to, or Being Yourself, the next song? Yeah, Space Ashes, get with the program, alright? The meta is to dislike what I like now. How much longer is the goddamn album? Bro. Chill. It's a mixtape, okay? It's not an album. How many times do I have to say this? Fluffy Pants is here. What's up? You ever realize, I know, this is an emotional song and whatnot. You ever realize that way too many artists under dead air start with a Q? You got QUADECA, Quanic, what is this, Quinn? That can't be a coincidence, right? Like, there's got to be something greater going on here. I don't know. It's kind of suspicious. Queen remover, exactly. Being Yourself is an extremely engaging experiment where I think the sound choices here are so out of left field and remarkably executed that it wins me over by principle alone, and it's one of my favorites. Someone was like, you won't like how unfinished it feels. No, it feels really finished. The structure makes a lot of sense. It seems like there's an incredible amount of polish to make it sound as broken as it is. That's a skill in itself. It's fantastic. You tried that thing where you're human. Listen, everyone's saying, Bradley, you gotta watch the video. I've already told you guys, me and QUADECA were not on good terms, okay? I'm risking my channel because I'm giving him an excuse now to possibly strike down all my videos, take my channel off the internet, okay? I'm risking my channel for you guys. I hope you know that.
It's time to give up on being human. It's time to give up on being human.
Neither of these people are QUADECA. Who are these people? This isn't even a QUADECA song, is it? That's typical.
It's time to give up on being human. It's time to give up on being human. It's time to give up. It's time to give up on being human. It's time to give up on
Listen, the what they're smoking is censored in the video. Have you guys ever heard the phrase "we're smoking on dicks, no homo"? That's why. Okay? That's why it's censored.
Human. So good job. For once, you tried that thing where you're human. You tried, now you're done. I'm gonna be something else. I'm gonna be something else. From here. I'm gonna be something else. From here. I'm gonna be something. Try my best, I did a good job. I'm good. I'm gonna be something. I think it's time I start. I'm gonna be something. I'm gonna be something else. I'm gonna be something. I'm gonna be something else.
Friend Reese hated this one. Songs about Quadinkle's fractured relationship with Brad. You might be onto something here. The sound of gay. Music to my ears. Yeah, that song is fucking devastating. Now, a lot of people before were comparing a song here or there to Shoo Shoo. This is a Shoo Shoo song. Down to the very dark themes, the wild experimentation, and the very in-your-ear singing. But it's good Shoo Shoo. In fact, I'd say it's great Shoo Shoo.
I'm feeling
With this song, there is an awkwardness and a frailty that reads to me as a sense of innocence and simplicity that comes from pure desperation. It is horrifying, but also extremely well constructed. Someone said Daniel Johnston. I also can see that. In the same way where it's very dark, but also just... There's something about it that almost feels like it resorts back to this state of being like a child in the way that you view the world. And yeah, I thought it was absolutely devastating and brilliantly put together in a way that feels like... here's the thing. I've heard songs that talk about depression and emptiness that use intense, heavy, compressed metalcore guitars to really represent the sadness and the internal anger, and very on-the-nose, I'm depressed, lyrics and keywords to try to represent this feeling of sadness. And those always come off as cheap and horrifyingly inauthentic. This really felt like going through a terrifying experience that makes me want to call up Ben and make sure he's okay. But he won't answer my calls. And I'm the real victim here if you think about it. I can imagine the song being very divisive, but personally, yeah, I think this is the most fully realized song of the album, which is something that I hope that some other songs here in the future can be extended upon, because a scrapyard of ideas doesn't mean that they don't necessarily have to feel quick and potentially unfinished, but a more drawn-out track like this with the experimentation fit this perfectly. The song was like his transition into the afterlife. Yeah, someone said that it was kind of like the ending of I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, and I could kind of see where they're coming from that, so yeah. Guide Dog.
At the end of the night when you're blind, I'll walk you, guide dog to you.
We the best music!
If I could, I would trade you my eyes. How I describe you, you're not around. You should see for yourself. I'll find you, confident crowd. I'll be there myself.
Ro is actively admitting on this song that he wants to be a beta. I can't co-sign this.
You would tell me that you don't agree. I do when you're not around. You should see for yourself, and I'll find you a place in the crowd. I'll be there myself. Do you try?
I think this is all making sense. He's teasing his new persona. Bro, I hate the internet, bro.
Me to be a guide dog.
Guide Dog is just another white guy with a guitar song. However, context matters, and I think it works extremely well here, put at the end of this album. And though it is very stripped back, it actually is extremely well written. And there are some lyrics here that very much punch and stand out, making this whole thing feel very intimate. And I actually feel like the decision to strip it back here was a very good one. Still very well produced and punchy and effective. I thought it was fantastic. Not bad. All right. Texas Blue featuring Kevin Abstract. Sampling the Peanuts. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Wait, is that Peanuts? Da-da-da-da. Or is that Flintstones? Oh, Charlie Brown, yeah.
Waking up next to you. Are you gonna let it take? I'll be honest. You like movies more than I do. Peace in the jungles, undercovers undercover. Seeing you in fashion, timing. But we're supposed to be. I'll be honest. I won't stop my
Texas Blue is a fantastic way of closing this out, as I feel like it honestly feels like end credits here to a mixtape, which is just incredibly impressive on its own. The chemistry between QUADECA and Kevin Abstract is quite remarkable, and the sound is unbelievable. I'd overall give this song a 9. Very good. So that's Scrapyard. More like Crapyard, am I right?
Oh my god!
Oh, man. What a load of crap, dude. Anyways, so what do I think overall of this project? That's a great question, all right? I think Scrapyard is one of those projects that a lot of people who are fans of I Didn't Mean to Haunt You might listen to and overthink, expecting another grand and ambitious journey. However, in doing so, and being disappointed that it's not the journey they expect, they're missing out on a journey that I feel like is completely different. An emotional coming to terms from QUADECA, from song to song, as it feels like we're getting different ideas and thoughts from his head, portrayed through amazing production and very clear imagery. In my opinion, Scrapyard is unbelievable. I think it's amazing. I'm feeling a 9-. I think it is just as good as I Didn't Mean to Haunt You in a completely different way. I think it's stellar. This is not just an amazing QUADECA project, but a mixtape that I feel like pulls things together and feels more cohesive than most mixtapes I've heard, period. It is amazing for the format that it goes for, and it should be seen as and remembered as such, as I really do believe that this is healthy for the mixtape format. What artist am I going to see? We're going to see Jane Remover. I know, right? Bias. Now, speaking of bias, am I biased towards this project in my enjoyment of it? Yeah, probably. Mostly because I actually understand and connect with these songs, knowing, QUADECA, hanging around him and kind of understanding him a little bit. This just feels like such an incredibly urgent and sweet deep dive into his mental state, and I think it's done excellently. I really could not ask for a lot more. There are some tracks that I think are slightly overshadowed as opposed to other ones, but I just don't think that they fail in any regard in what they're trying to do. It's constantly interesting ideas, and yeah, it works very well for me. So this was a fantastic listen. For those watching the VOD or the video, thank you everyone for being here. Make sure that you stream QUADECA. All right, dropped another classic. Don't miss out on this. Okay.